Hi everyone, welcome to ZyNerd's Pro Guide to NEET UG 2024 Counseling. Previously, we ran a session on June 1st on a similar topic when the ranks were released and the exact ranks were possibly not known. But post that the ranks have been released. We are running a series of webinars over the next few days throughout this week on the complete information that you need for NEET UG and how you start. Some of you might have already started with some information, but this will give you a complete detailed a perspective to how to approach the entire set of counselings that you have. So we are ZyNerd. We are India's largest counseling education platform. The counseling guidance part is what we take care of, and we help you get your dream seat. That is what we have been doing over the last 10 years for more than 1 lakh candidates. We are into this through a set of experts who are with us. And in this session, some of us will take you through the entire guide towards NEET UG counseling. There are a lot of queries and confusions that you have. One is in terms of the ranks that you have got. Obviously, the ranks have come down with a negative shift, a large negative shift in the sense it has moved higher than what you had expected. And should I look at ranks now? Should I look at marks now? There are a lot of queries on that. Will there be re-NEET? What is the issue if there is re-NEET? What should I do in this stage? Some of you might have expectations that should be re-NEET, and many of you might have expectations that possibly with the grace marks being cancelled, the counseling should start. So depending upon what your marks are, depending upon what you are expecting and what you had got now, there might be different buckets of people expecting different things. How do I know the counseling eligibility? Many of you might have a mark or a rank range where you might not get seats in your home state, but you want to take up seats in your in the other states, like in private institutes in other states. Or do other states allow us to take seats in government colleges? What are deemed universities? I studied from standard 10th to 12th in a particular state, and then I am actually a native of a different state. Will I be able to participate in both the states? How do admissions happen? Should I go directly to a counseling center to get admitted? When do I apply for the counseling? I belong to a particular category, like say OBC NCL category. I have a BCA certificate in my state. How does this all work? One is for central, one is for state. My father is an ex-serviceman. Can I avail that benefit in my state or in other states? I have a high marks of 700. I had a high marks of 700, but right now my beyond my expectations, there are a lot of candidates. How do I readjust my entire strategy now? I might attend 3 to 4 counselings. Am I allowed to attend all the 3 counselings? Should I restrict to only myself to only one counseling, or can I attend 10 different counselings where there are opportunities? So all these questions would be there in place. We will try to answer as many as possible through these series of webinars. We have a long list of webinars, 5 webinars over this week, right from Monday till Friday scheduled. This is the first webinar on giving you a broad idea of what NEET UG counseling is and the seats that are available, factors you need to look at for evaluating institutes, and how do you approach the entire counseling process. Then we would also go into the next structured process of looking at different institutes, government, deemed institutes to deemed private institutes, and what are the different factors that you need to look at in terms of breaking down everything that you need to look at before selecting a government institute or a deemed institute or a private institute. And then the process and sequence of counselings. How do the counselings happen, and how do you ensure that you have everything ready before the counseling is notified? This would be on Wednesday, and then we also have a guide to the eligibility in each of all India counseling and in each of the different states. Finally, on Friday, we would have a session on the NRI quota across all the states across India. What is the eligibility for NRI quota, and if you are an NRI, which ones would you be eligible for? Which ones have a different which ones have a difference in terms of eligibility criteria, priorities, documents, etc. We would take you through. So today we'll take you through the first step. We sincerely ask you to stay till the end of the session, because towards the end of the session too, we would have a long list of factors on evaluating institutes and strategies that you can adapt for the counseling process. That will be very critical. And similarly, we will also take you through how you go through the entire decision making process and the sequence of counselings if we have time. So stay till the end of the session, and possibly make it up for the next 4-5 sessions, because these sessions will be extremely crucial for you in terms of managing the counseling. Obviously, you would have seen a lot of YouTube videos, a whole lot of videos which explain the process, etc., of different counselings, etc. But the most important part is not understanding just the process of counselings, like how do I apply, how do I fill in the form, or what are the rules, etc. But beyond that, understanding the rules and how you will be able to take decisions during the counseling. You will be able to get yourself ready before the counseling. But during the counseling process, you need to understand the rules, how it impacts multiple counselings. If you're attending multiple counselings, based on the trends, how do you take decisions to switch between counselings? And what happens if I take a decision of joining a seat? Will I be eligible for the further counselings? This entire information is what is crucial, not necessarily what happens prior. So ZyNerd will be there with you throughout the process of counselings, and we will be supporting you throughout. But ensure that you understand the entire process even before. Right now, when you have time, there will be at least 3 weeks before the counseling starts, 3 to 4 weeks. So just ensure that you are ready for that entire part. We'll go through how to manage the NEET UG counseling, the counselings and seats available, eligibility, process, and affordability. This is a framework that we have developed from ZyNerd to ensure that you get your best seat and to ensure that you take the right decisions throughout the process. We'll share that entire structured framework with you as well, and the factors of seat evaluation and the certificates and documents that you need to be ready with. Currently, we will start with the most happening question, at least for the last till the last week or so. This was possibly in everyone's mind. What will happen? Will there be a re-NEET? Cancellation looks highly unlikely, like we had been mentioning in all our groups. Cancellation is always usually happens when there is a huge impact in terms of paper leak or in terms of anything else. This is not to put down the impact that has been created because of paper leak, because of the grace mark scam, etc., issue, etc. But it is very, very unfortunate. Everybody has been put through tremendous stress. This should not have happened, and NTA, being responsible, should be possibly taken to task for this. But right now, in this scenario, given that this is the scale that we were looking at, we haven't got they haven't got going in terms of the evidence. So given that Bihar, Gujarat has come up and the Kolkata High Court case has come up today, looks like there might be an inquiry, but that might not impact the counseling process, that or that there will be no re-NEET. That is what it looks like in the current stage, irrespective of whether you were looking for a re-NEET or not. There are 3 options that you have in the current stage. Practically looking at it, irrespective of what happens there, even though it might not be justice for you, there are 3 options that you might be looking at. 1, getting ready for the counseling, and the notifications are expected soon. Be ready for the counseling so that when the counseling happens, with whatever rank we have, we can achieve whatever is the best for us. Second option, get ready for re-NEET, assuming that it might happen. There might be a minor chance, etc. This the candidates can obviously do, but parents still can get ready for the counseling. What we would suggest is, if you are very interested in continuing with your NEET UG preparation, if not this NEET, then you are looking for the next year's NEET, then go ahead and continue with your NEET preparation, provided you think that you have a very, very minimal chance in this counseling. But if you have a chance in this counseling, even if the candidate is preparing, you definitely ensure that as parents, you ensure that everything is ready for the counseling process, hoping that there might be another chance. If you miss out being ready for the counseling process, with whatever rank you have, you might not be able to get the best, and you might not, without understanding the entire process or without knowing how to manage the entire counseling, there might be a difficulty. So we will help you out with that. Currently, the first query that we want to address here is marks versus ranks. In case you have already gone through this session on June 1st, like we said, this is a repeat of the session, given that the circumstances have changed. But we are also, in case you want to continue with the session, you can, or you can join us in the next session, starting from tomorrow, where we will detail out everything else. The first question is marks versus ranks. This is very critical. There are a lot of candidates who come up with queries in our groups on what the exact possibility is for a particular mark. Obviously, for a particular mark, the possibilities are going to change, given that there is a 60 marks or a 50 marks, 40 marks shift across different categories, but across different buckets. But it is not the right approach to go with marks to evaluate whatever the possibilities, even after taking into account what it was last year. Let us say you are saying it was whatever was 590 was something else last year. So I'll go with last year's marks for that particular rank equivalent, etc. That is not the right approach. We will tell you why. First, look at we have taken an example of 645, 646 and 647 marks and the equal ranks of 2023 and 2024. This is just to emphasize why we need to go with the ranks. All India ranks or state ranks or category ranks, whatever it is, don't go with marks. There'll be a lot of YouTube videos which ask you to go with marks. During the process, you will understand that it is very difficult to evaluate 645 versus 644. Whereas when you have ranks, you will clearly know how many candidates are ahead of you for your decisions. Marks, for example, last year 645 marks was rank 8,428. This year, 645 was rank 33,900. You will see this. This you have already accommodated for. You have seen this. Nothing new in this. We know that. So there is a shift of possibly 25,000 or 24,000 ranks ahead. Now, when you go to a counseling and look at what was allotted at a particular mark, and then say this was allotted at, let us say, 645 last time, equivalent last time, and there is a difference of 1 mark over here to 646. Last year, there was a difference of only 400 candidates in this 1 mark range. This is equivalent for the equivalent mark as well. There will be a slightly higher difference, but this is what it is. This year, between that 1 marks, there is a difference of 2,400 candidates. Even if you go to the equivalent, this might still be far higher difference. This might not be an exact reference, but far higher. So if you are thinking that within this 1 mark, there might be an additional possibility. Last year 400 candidates versus this year 2,400 candidates is a huge difference, correct? So in your state, even if you go say that my state has 10% of total all India candidates, instead of 1 marks having 240 candidates or so above you, you will have 240 candidates above you. So when you take decisions, you make wrong decisions when you go with marks. Similarly, you see that there is a huge difference in terms of 1 mark difference, the number of candidates within a 1 mark difference between years. Even if you don't understand it, you come back to us, call us, we'll explain that in detail. Ensure that you go with ranks, because between 2 ranks, last year something closed at 31,000, this year something closed at, this year let us say, will it close at 31,000 is what you need to look at. If there is a possibility of your rank is 31,500 and last year something closed at 31,000, there is a 500 actual candidates difference. That is what matters. Their marks don't matter. Where these 500 go, and if they go on to better seats, more seats are there, then you will get that seat. That is what matters. So the emphasis is to ensure that please put out your marks. We have been doing this for a long time, because candidates come up to us with marks. We are not able to explain to them that there is a bigger difference in terms of ranks, and you'll need to look at ranks. So once ranks are released, go with ranks. What matters is how many candidates are above you. And even if you go to state quota, look at state ranks. Once the ranks are published, currently you can look at all India ranks. We'll take an actual example of a candidate who's a subscriber of ZyNerd, and then how we did the entire thing with that candidate. This is a candidate who was expecting a score of 665. The candidate got a score of 665 marks. The expected rank range was somewhere around 3,500 to 4,000. This was based on last year's, what every coaching center gave as predictions, etc. So in the last session, we had clearly mentioned that these predictions might not be exactly right. No statistical information is available for anyone to get a prediction. But we were really, really wrong even in our extensive predictions. We saw that it will go up by a slightly higher number or may even come down. But this has been huge in terms of possibly has to do with the difficulty level. We will have to accept that irrespective of what paper leak has happened, there is also a difficulty level impact which is at least 50% or something beyond that. So that has resulted in Vishnu getting a rank of 18,100 now. How much of it is injustice, we don't know, but this is the rank that Vishnu has now, and he has to go ahead and look at everything for his rank. Now, how does Vishnu look at it? Vishnu clearly looks at it saying, my all India rank is 18,100, which means 18,099 candidates are above me, correct? Last year, somebody had got 18,100. that person also had what competition? 18,099 candidates above that person. Now, if both their preferences, the 18,099 of last year, 18,099 of this year, both their preferences are the same, and the number of people in each state is also distributed similar, then I will get a seat similar to last year. That is the only thing that Vishnu can do now, because we don't know how the seat split is, the candidate split is above your rank range, and we also don't know what their preferences are going to be. The only information that we have now is my rank is 18,100. Can I go back and check last year on what the exact rank got for me, got for another candidate who was 18,100. State counseling, this is for all India counseling, fine, all India, these many candidates are above. But for my state counseling, I need to know how many people are in my state, correct? Within this 18,100. Last year, somebody might have been, there might have been a larger percentage or a lesser percentage in my state. So I wish to know what rank would I come in my state. When will you get this? You will get this state rank only after the applications for the state are out. Goa, Nagaland, Mizoram, I believe, and Arunachal Pradesh have come up with the notifications for state counselings. Rest of the states have not come up with the notifications for the state counselings. There is an issue for the states as well, whether they will be able to get these notifications up before June 30th. That is the day the results for the rest of the candidates are published. We don't know. They might provide a provision for those candidates later and ask you to come up with one. Second, the ranks we don't expect to change. Like let us say your rank is 18,100. In this shuffle of these 1,563 candidates, those candidates might be expect that most of them will move down, and in that scenario, your ranks will only go up. But in case that happens, or in some cases, if it goes down as well, then will your rank change? We do not know what methodology the NTA is going to adopt, but we believe that they might be plugged in somewhere saying, let us say, if they move between 7,500 and 7,501, they might be termed as 7,500A or B or something like that, and plugged in between instead of changing your scorecard and rank range. But that doesn't matter. This is a matter of a small set of 1,500 candidates. If you are, let us say, ranked 4 lakh, this doesn't matter at all. This minimal impact. If you are ranked, let us say 700, 720, obviously these candidates are going to, if your marks is 700, 750, these candidates are going to go down because many of them had moved up. Some of them might go down because of the grace marks. It will be an advantage for you. But in this scenario, state counseling ranks may get delayed beyond the first week or second week of July. Application forms have to be opened up. Then you have to apply and then go ahead and do the state counselings. Then only based on eligibility, the states will publish the state merit list. Till that time, you only have your all India rank. Like in ZyNerd, you will be able to use your all India rank and get your possibilities for the state as well, category wise, quota wise. Now, what framework do you suggest? Do we suggest an eligibility, possibility and affordabilities framework? 3 things that you need to look for any rank. For instance, in this case, for Vishnu, a rank range is first what Vishnu needs to decide. 18,100 is his rank. We usually suggest a 20% plus or minus. Usually that is the deviation range that happens at any rank range. Beyond 1 lakh, we might see a bigger difference or larger range. But here, if it is a rank range of 18,000, plus or minus 3,000 is what we would have suggested. Probably slightly higher too. You can take your rank range. This is the rank range that Vishnu possibly will have to look at. Now, once he decides on 15,000 to 21,900 as a rank range, plus or minus 20% approximately, then Vishnu will look at one, which are the states that he is eligible for. Which states? We don't know. There are multiple eligibility conditions across the state. Towards the end of the session, we will also go through that. Each state has a different eligibility. We will go through a consolidated list of what all can give you eligibility in different states. Second, Vishnu will also look at possibility. For my rank, if for the states I am eligible for, will I be getting a seat is what Vishnu will look for, correct? Did someone get a seat last year? Is there at least a minor possibility of getting a seat? Third, affordability. Even though I get that seat, that is available at a fee structure of X per annum. Now, if that is the fee structure, taking it up for 5 years along with the hostel and other costs, will it be affordable for me? These are the only things that one needs to look at. And if it is structured, like somebody can give you that data, that will be extremely good, right? Saying these are what you're eligible for, this is possible and this is affordable for you. If you can take it completely for every counseling, that will be extremely good. So we have ZyNerd for that. We'll quickly take you through how an example of how you can look at data. This need not necessarily be through ZyNerd. You can look at your own PDFs, YouTube, etc. But this provides a far better way of looking at the information. We'll also come back to how to analyze the entire information, what are the factors, etc. at a later point in time. But currently we have ZyNerd for this particular purpose. We have a package which is available at which was at 2,499. There is a discount going on. We have a special offer of this at 999 till the end of this week. Till the end of this week, this is available at 999. We have a WhatsApp group and a Telegram group. The links of the WhatsApp and Telegram group are available in the description. You can join the WhatsApp and Telegram group. There are lots of people who are not into Telegram. For those who are not into Telegram, install Telegram and join the group. Any query that you ask for, we source it and answer the queries. It is a free Telegram group. You can join the group. We also have a WhatsApp group for any announcements. Every counseling announcement across India will be mapped there. You will be able to see every announcement. If you just join this one Telegram group, you will not miss out anything in the counseling. Same with the WhatsApp group as well. And all your queries will also be clarified. So currently we have this plan, NEET UG plan, where all India plus all state counselings, every allotment, every webinars that we'll do in the future exclusively for them, and call support, rank scan, the seat matrix, fee details of every institute across India is available in a clickable format. It is available at 999. For those who are attending this webinar, till the end of June 23rd, we have a webinar special code. Use the code webinar special, webinar SPL. We'll also put it up in the description. Use the code webinar SPL to get an additional discount of rupees 500, which means effectively this will be available at 499 plus GST. This will be only till June 23rd, post which it will move on to 2499. This is for a complete guidance till the end of the counseling. Now we will look at first the seats. Like what did we say? We look at eligibility, possibility and affordability. But the base is the set of seats that are available in MBBS. This we look at for MBBS. If you're looking at BDS, we'll also cover it. It will also be available in a portal. BAMS and Ayurveda, Ayush, we are not doing. Ayush basically we are not doing it this time because it takes us 6 months to prepare the entire data points. In MBBS, we would have around 1.5 lakhs data points, including fees, a lot of description on colleges, institute level info, etc. It takes that effort. Unlike what you see in for your decisions basically. So it is a huge thing. We are not getting into Ayush this year. We will take the next year to prepare all the information and come back with Ayush. We are starting with MBBS this year. As far as MBBS is concerned, there is one all India counseling, one counseling which is of central nature, which means most of the seats under this counseling are available domicile free. Every candidate across India is eligible. MCC conducts that counseling. We will also take you through that. There are 40 plus state counselings. There are only lesser states obviously, but 40 plus counselings in terms of states and union territories. There are 40 plus counselings. Some states like Telangana, Andhra and Tamil Nadu have separate counselings for government and management quota. You will have to apply separately for each of these counselings, both. So twice, and fill in choices twice if you are attending both government and management quota. There are a lot of states, around 15 to 18 states, which offer open seats, like seats which are available for any candidate across India. Among these 40 state counselings that we are discussing, any candidate across India can pick up a seat, but those are only in private institutes. Like let us say I belong to the state of West Bengal and I want to take seats in the state of Karnataka. Karnataka provides me seats on an all India basis. Irrespective of whether I am from West Bengal, UP, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Himachal Pradesh, I will be able to pick up seats in Karnataka. But in all such scenarios, they are only private seats. In your state, the state you belong to, the state you have been educated in, you might be eligible for the government seat. That is how the entire thing works. We will also explain it in detail as we move forward. Beyond these, there are central pool seats. There are exactly 253 central pool seats in 2023. We have mapped them. These are for multiple under the different ministries. They are distributed across either to different states like the northeastern states, Jammu and Kashmir usually, or they are distributed to different ministries or those who are victims to terrorism and different affected people, etc. and for Northeast, etc. So those are split across depending upon the ministry too. They go to the Ministry of External Affairs, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. That is something that we will not be covering here. We will take you through the rest of seats. This is very important to understand because right away when people say private, they use the terms private. Some say deemed, some say state institutes, some say semi-government. Everything is a lot confusing when you go through that for the first time. We'll explain everything in a bit, but this will give you an idea of what are the total different types of institutes and the number of seats in those institutes. State government institutes first. Under each state, under the authority of each state, there are institutes which are run by the state government. A simple example would be, let us say, State GS in Maharashtra, or Medical College Kolkata in West Bengal, Bangalore Medical College in Karnataka, and Dr. Rajendra Prasad in Himachal Pradesh, etc., or Madras Medical College in Tamil Nadu. And these institutes have, let us say, 100 seats. 15 of them, if they have 100 seats, 15 of them go to All India Counselling, which means they are all allotted to the center, surrendered to the center. So in every state across India, every state government institute, 15% goes to the center, possibly with one exception, which is the Army College of Medical Sciences, which is under IP quota Delhi. Only there 100% comes to Army wards. That is a separate category. Otherwise, every state government institute allots seat to center, 15% under All India quota. The rest goes to state government quota, which means state allots the rest 85%. These seats will come under the state counselling. Which ones? The 85% under the state. The 15% which go to All India quota is through the All India Counselling. So we are using the term All India quota, and this goes to All India Counselling. There is one counselling happens within which there is one quota called All India quota. There might be multiple other quotas under the All India Counselling. We'll come to that later. Now, second is there are central universities or institutes in Delhi. These institutes, there are MAMC, Lady Harding, and you have VMMC, etc. So these might come under Delhi University or IP University. You have PGIME, you have UCMS Delhi. So all these institutes are central universities or central institutes under IP. These are managed by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare directly under the center through DGHS. These also contribute 15% to All India quota, and 85% of these go into DU or IP state quota. Like this 85% goes into DU or IP quota. Note that these are central universities and institutes. Then AIIMS has 20 institutes. We are not looking at any possible increase in AIIMS seats this year. 100% AIIMS open seats are available. These are available for all the 100% seats in AIIMS are available under All India Counselling, and they are available as AIIMS open seats, which means any AIIMS seats is available under All India Counselling. There is only one addition. Foreign nationals, they have 7 seats, which is also allotted through All India Counselling as a separate process. But these seats under AIIMS, 20 institutes are available only under the All India Counsellings. I have an AIIMS in Madurai. I have an AIIMS in Batinda. Should I go to my state counselling? No. For AIIMS, you should come to All India Counselling. That is straightforward. You have IMS BHU, Institute of Medical Services BHU, another central university, an excellent institute. All 100% are BHU open seats, which means everybody, when we say open seats, it means every domicile candidate is eligible for those seats. You have AFMC Pune, Armed Forces Medical College Pune, is in any ranking that you see, it will possibly be second or third, just below AIIMS Delhi. So AFMC Pune is an excellent institute. Many candidates are not aware of it. AFMC Pune also has seats available on an All India basis. 145 seats are available on an All India basis with a split of 115 seats for boys and 30 seats for girls. The rest 5 are central pool nominated seats. Now this 145 seats are available, and there will be a counselling at AFMC Pune. If you want those seats, please apply under the All India Counselling. You first have to apply under All India Counselling conducted by MCC. Like where All India quota seats are available, AIIMS open seats are available, BHU open seats are available, you have to go register there for AFMC Pune. Then later attend the Armed Forces Medical College Pune counselling. It is one of the best colleges in India. Some of the best administrators and medical professionals come in from AFMC Pune. So don't miss out if you are interested. And note that the registration is through All India Counselling. but the counseling happens physically at Armed Forces Medical College. You have to go there. JIPMER, Puducherry and Karaikal, they are also institutes of national importance like the AIMS. 1/3 of the seats go to JIPMER Pondicherry domicile candidates. Whoever is a domicile of Pondicherry, 1/3, 33% goes to Pondicherry residents. They call it residents, and they have a specific set of criteria for that. The other 2/3 goes into JIPMER open seats through All India Counselling. So these are open seats. Open seats, what does that mean? For this 66.67%, everybody is eligible. All candidates across India are eligible. 42.5% of AMU seats. What is AMU? Aligarh Muslim University is another university similar to Banaras Hindu University, which is also an institute which is a central university. Now 42.5% goes into open seats, and another 42.5% goes to AMU internal. Anybody who has completed their education qualifying examination from AMU, in the schools of AMU, they are eligible for these 42.5% seats, and 15% are available for NRI. Note that AMU has NRI seats, and if you are an NRI candidate, we will also bring it up when we discuss NRI, you will be eligible for AMU NRI seats. This is one of the best institutes, and very few states or central institutes offer NRI. Possibly there will be 15 to 20 states, government institutes offering NRI. This is one. So if you are an NRI, you can look at those seats and register for the counseling. And ESIC. ESIC is a corporation. It is not of the nature of state government or central nature. It is a corporation in itself, more like a quasi-government nature, and they have seats. Minimum 15% of these seats are come under All India quota. Some contribute even higher, and a percentage for ESI insured persons. If you are insured in ESI, if your wages is less than 21,000 and you have an ESI membership, your ward, your son or daughter will be eligible for ESI insured person seat. So if in case you fall under this criteria, if you are by September 30th of previous year, if you have a card of ESI, if you are a member and you have a card, then you apply for ESI insured persons quota. The timeline for appearing for the ward certificate is done, and ESI also contributes the remaining percentage. A percentage for ESI insured persons and a percentage for state quota. We haven't put in the percentages here because the percentage differs across different ESIs. It is not a constant. It depends upon the agreement with the state government and also with the center. So the percentages may vary. Now, how many seats? This entire set of seats that we are looking at is all government seats, correct? This entire set. Any day you want to come back, look at this. These are all government seats, either central seats or quasi-government like ESI, or central institutes or state government institutes are those which come under armed forces. Now we come to what we call the private institute seats. Two sets of private institute seats are there. One deemed to be universities and another state private institutes. What is the difference? There is a difference in terms of what they are, what their fee structure is, and also in terms of which counselings they come under. We'll look at deemed universities first. Deemed universities, 100% of seats come under All India Counselling. There are 51 deemed universities. They are termed deemed by the government by the UGC, and they are provided that deemed to be university status, in fact, and they come under All India Counselling, of which paid seats or management quota seats, which we usually call management quota seats, are 85%, and NRI seats are 15%. If you are an NRI, max 15% from an institute will be available. Some institutes don't have NRI seats too. How many institutes are there? 51 institutes are there. State private institutes are not like deemed. Deemed don't come under the state government. They are central in nature. But private institutes come under the state government. There might be state private institutes under a state university, government university, or state private universities in itself. Some of the examples are PSG Medical College in the state of Tamil Nadu. You will have certain institutes like Adesh in Punjab. You will have institutes, let us say, like institutes like Pushp. Just skipping out a few. So you have a lot of institutes in Andhra Pradesh, in Telangana, etc., which are private institutes. NRI Medical College in Andhra Pradesh, and there are institutes in Telangana as well. So these institutes all come under state private institutes. This is a whole set of institutes. In each state, you will have at least 20-30 institutes which are under the state purview. So those institutes come under completely the state counseling, completely under the state counseling, 100% under the state counseling. Like we said, all these, whatever you see in red over here, are all under All India Counselling. The red ones marked over here are all under All India Counselling, and they are of central nature. Like everybody can apply for those seats. Second, you see those underlined, those are for state quota. Only state residents or some policy of state or internal seats where you would have educated, you would have gone through this, I mean, in case you have had schooling in that particular university or ESA insured persons, only those are eligible, or NRI are eligible. Those underlined are not all India basis, on an all India basis, but MCC conducts their counseling under All India Counseling. So you have All India quota under All India Counseling, open seats, these open seats under All India Counseling, and also you have this ESA insured persons, Pondicherry residents, all these seats under All India Counseling. So All India Counseling is one counseling which has multiple quotas, of which those in red alone are eligible for or available for every candidate. State counseling, what does it have? 85% of government institute seats, and all the seats under the private institutes come under the state counseling, and the percentage of ESI seats. These are the three ones which are in blue, those come under the state counseling. So note, even though some institutes are here under state quota, they come under the All India Counseling, like JIPMER, Pondicherry residents. But in case you are a Pondicherry resident, you can apply under All India Counseling for JIPMER and in your state counseling for your state Indira Gandhi Medical College. So those are what you need to know. This is a very detailed explanation because you need to know where the states go. Now, what are the numbers? You look at the numbers over here and the total number of institutes. This will give you a fair idea of what the numbers are in terms of each institute and seats. You have 10,150 deemed institutes, deemed seats, and 44,000 odd private institutes in case you are looking at those. Similarly, you have a whole set of over 55,000 government institute seats as well. Now, this is a snapshot of everything. Just have a look at it. This is 2023. We also have seats coming in for 2024, a whole set of seats. For instance, if you look at Uttar Pradesh alone, there are around 13 institutes possibly looking for around 1,300 government seats alone. There are private seats in huge numbers that are going to be there. But whether this impacts the entire process at your rank range, we don't know. The number of government seats which they have applied for, they have not been approved yet. The approval process is going on. Some have got approval, some have not got approval. So don't go by the numbers. Like somebody told us last time that Uttar Pradesh is going to get 5,000 seats. No, it is not getting 5,000 seats. The approval itself has been requested for lesser number of seats. And within that, whether it is a government seat, it is a first time institute, that matters a lot. And whether that approval goes through also matters. And how many of them impacts in your rank range matters. But definitely there is going to be an increase in seats. There will be an impact. So we will need to adjust for that. These are the total number of seats available. This is a split of what seats are available in what different ranges. I'm not taking you through this. This will give you an idea of which are the seats, All India quota, what are the seats available, the numbers, and whether central reservation is applicable. Within AFMC, Pune, what is the reservation applicable and what is the eligibility. All these seats, like whatever is mentioned over here, come under the All India Counseling. Different quotas that you can see, All India quota, open seats, AFMC, deemed university, etc. You have to apply for All India Counseling if you are interested in any of these seats, including the NRI seats of AMU as well as the NRI seats of deemed universities. Total 21,588 seats. This was the last year's number. It will go up this year. Note that some of them have no reservation. Deemed seats have no reservation. If you belong to OBC, SC, ST category, you will not, or EWS category, you will not have reservation under deemed. All seats are open. But other seats have reservation that you can have a look at over here. These four are completely open that you can have a look at. Similarly, state counseling, you have a snapshot of the state counseling. You have around 86,825 seats allotted in state counseling in 628 institutes. We have taken a huge effort of more than a month to map everything so that we don't miss out anything, including eligibility in terms of which quotas are eligible, which special reservation is applicable for each institute. At institute level, we'll be sharing that as we move forward so that you don't miss out anything. Based on your eligibility, you can check that. you can see here that there are 42,000 government and slightly higher number of private seats. This does not reflect the right number because the government seats are actually higher. The government seats are higher, but they contribute to all India quota, therefore the difference. Now we will look at how, as an individual, if I am going to look at institutes, how will I look at different institutes that are possible for me? So now this is ZyNerd, and this is a portal that gives you complete information on the entire counseling process. We will get into state counselings and how the seats are split and what you need to look at for state eligibility, and also the factors that determine the entire counseling process at a later in a few minutes from now. But now I am running you through. This will take not more than 2-3 minutes. This is a slide skip to let you know how to approach the entire counseling process. We said that we will look at eligibility, possibility and affordability. How do you do that is what we will take you through. So this is the dashboard. Here you will have complete list of announcements. Like let us say I want to look at announcements of Goa. I'll just click on Goa and then it will give me the complete list of announcements in Goa. And it will also give me the complete list of, let us say, the submission deadlines, etc. Here it clearly says for Assam, these are the notifications that have come up and the deadlines that are there for Assam. Any day you come to any counseling, let us say I take up Tamil Nadu, none of the notifications are here because they are not there yet. So once the notifications are there, you will have a clear idea of what is there. We will also put it up over here. So if you log into the dashboard and you will have complete information, every guide is available here. Like whichever institutes have actually started the notifications, whatever quotas have started, we have put up videos to help you out on how to approach on eligibility, on form filling, on the process of counselings, the rules, regulations, the fee structure, who is eligible, what certificates are required for every counselling. We'll put up a video here. You can also call us up for any queries. The entire timeline, let us say, of the counselings, whichever counselling have been put up, those timelines also we will be adding on over here, and that will help you. Once the counselling schedule is out, the counselling schedule is not out for any counselling. Right now you would have heard that 4 or 5 institutes started the counselling, etc. Don't worry about that, because of these states would start their counselling earlier, but their application form earlier, but the counselling will happen after All India counselling. None of the counselings, exact counselling, will start before All India round 1. Only after All India round 1 is completed, the states will start their counselling process, which is the admission, which is the choice filling and admission process. But the application forms can start coming in right away from the next few days or next week or 2 weeks. We expect it to come in from the next 2 weeks, after the next 2 weeks. So this is the entire thing. We look at how to look at the entire thing. Now entire information from the perspective of Vishnu. At the end of this entire session, we will also address queries. We will also try to see if we can give you an idea for your ranks as well. If we have time, put in your queries in the comments section. We will come back with an FAQ session at the end of this. We'll come back with an FAQ session after this session. Complete information is over. And right now we have Mr. Vishnu with us, who has a rank of 19,100, right? We said he has 18,100 is his rank. Oh, what is the rank range that we said we look at? 15,000 to 21,000 or 22,000. A broad rank range is what we will look at, is what we said. So he goes into closing ranks and wants to look at All India first. What will be possible for this rank range? What is the rank range? 15,000 to 21,900. But first decision is whether he wants to go for MBBS or BDS. Selects MBBS. What are the quotas that he is interested in? He is interested in AIIMS Open, AMU Open, BHU Open, Jamia Open, or rather JIPMER Open. Jamia Open is only for BDS. And then he's also interested in All India quota, where all 85% seats of all states come in. Is he interested in deemed paid seats? He has an idea that he can look at deemed paid seats at a later point in time. Currently, let us look at government seats is what he thinks. So these are the quotas that he is eligible for. So he is looking at this information. Is he also interested in IP University Delhi seats or IP quota seats? No, he is not eligible because he belongs to the state of Kerala and he is been educated for the last 3 years in Karnataka. 10th, 11th, 12th he did in Karnataka, but he is born and brought up in Kerala till then study. So he is not eligible. So he will not go into looking at IP University. Knows that he is eligible only for open quota. What else should I look at? He's starting with round 1, round 2, round 3 of 2023. Entire information is available, but he's starting with this. Now he looks at the results. Now what does the results say over here? The results clearly mention that at this rank range, in the previous years, what was possible? Like at the top rank range, within rank 57, AIIMS Delhi open seats closed. In a jiffy, just by selecting, you get the entire information of where each seats closed. So AIIMS Delhi closed at rank 57 for open category. Open seats is what he is looking at. And which rank did it close in? 57. And how many seats were there is given in brackets, like 49 seats were there, and it closed at All India rank 57. Which were the 49 candidates who took up those seats is also available here. Rank 1 did not take up the seat. The rank 1 last year took up Jipmer Puducherry. Rank 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 took, but 9 did not take. And so on till rank 57, there is a possibility. There was a possibility last year. 57 was the last rank to take. So that is available over here. Similarly, if the candidate is looking at all information, he will be able to get. But now we know that he belongs to open category. So it is not required that he needs to check any other category, because only open category seats will be available for him. So I select open category. Now you see only the open category closing ranks. Let us say he wants to get into Jipmer. He should have been around 277 from last year rank, because Jipmer closed at 277. The last candidate to take was rank 277. How many seats were there in Jipmer in open category? 53 seats were there. Same went on till round 3. Now there is no point in Vishnu checking up this entire thing, right? Because his rank is 18,000. So Vishnu starts checking at a rank range of 15,000 to 20,000. So this entire set of filters, the quota, the category that you belong to, the rank, the rounds that you wish to look at, and the course, very simply put, will give you a possibility. Now Vishnu clearly knows that these are the seats that went above rank 15,000 in any of the rounds. So right, and they are sorted by order of closing ranks. Whichever is the largest closing rank, they are sorted. So in case he's lucky and there is a movement, these 15,000 seats might come up to his rank. Which is the earliest closed? These are the seats that are available. Let us say Vishnu belongs to the state of Maharashtra. He can still check on Maharashtra, and he'll see that these were the seats in Maharashtra that closed, and he knows that at around 18,100 to 19,000, only few seats were available, and that to these medical colleges. VMMC Solapur coming down is a very, very tricky thing, but anything that closed above VMMC Solapur may not come down. That is a very huge stretch. He definitely knows that these won't come down. So by putting in a rank range, instantly you will be able to figure out which seats are available. More than that, you will also know the fee structure that is available. Now, fee structure that is there, and you will be able to take decisions. Now, I don't want to filter on, let us say I'm okay with any state, but I am okay only with a fee structure of 0 to 60,000. I simply filter out on that. Now, what is the problem? What is the advantage that we have in this particular scenario? Is it for government institutes? Usually no. But for private institutes, if your fee structure is 0 to 10 lakhs, you will clearly be able to filter out. Vishnu is from the state of Kerala, we said. Now, we looked at All India Counselling, and Vishnu also has the possibilities from All India Counselling, and he has also looked at Kerala possibilities from All India Counselling. But Kerala, there are no possibilities here. So Kerala also has seats under state counselling. Now Vishnu has to decide whether he is going to attend Kerala counselling or Karnataka counselling. How does he decide? First, look at eligibility. We said eligibility, correct? Is Vishnu eligible for Kerala counselling? Because he is an origin of Kerala, he was born in Kerala, or his parents were born in Kerala, Vishnu was eligible for Kerala, is eligible for Kerala for this year. Now, we asked Vishnu to look at the closing ranks of Kerala. But Vishnu also studied in Karnataka, we said, for 3 years. Is he eligible for Karnataka? Vishnu is not eligible for Karnataka government seats, because Vishnu's eligibility is, did his education only for 3 years in Karnataka. He should have studied for at least 7 years between 1st to 12th and completed 10th or 12th in Karnataka. He did his 10th in Karnataka, but not for 7 years. He was there only for 3 years. So Vishnu is not eligible for Karnataka government seats. But Kerala, Government seats is eligible, private seats is eligible. For Karnataka, he is still eligible for the open seats. Karnataka, we said, offers open seats, so he is eligible for that. We'll look at both. First, we are going to Kerala. Quickly, we'll close this and looking at the open seats that are available. In Kerala, Vishnu belongs to the open category, so we are selecting SM for Vishnu, and then the Kerala government seats and which ranks it closed at. What do we know? We know that Vishnu has only his All India rank. We look at the All India rank first. Currently, we don't have the counselling rank, which is a state rank. We have the All India rank. Quickly go ahead, filter on an All India rank above 15,000. It is as simple as that. And look at round 1, round 2 and round 3. What are the quotas that you are looking at? Kerala government seats. And what are the category that you belong to? State merit. You are looking only at MBBS seats. And that's it. Within a few seconds, you will have the complete list. No lists are available. You will see that the All India under this particular counselling, even before an All India rank of 10,000, seats were not allotted to Kerala candidates. Kerala closes pretty early, and within state merit, if you have to take a seat, you have to be within All India rank 10,000, being very competitive. Vishnu has a problem because his rank is around 18,100. He will start looking at All India self-financing seats. He is eligible for the All India basis seats as well as the general seats. Now, his category is again state merit, so we'll be looking at state merit seats, or he'll leave it open to see what seats are available. So here you have the complete set of seats for Vishnu, which were available in Kerala counselling, in which rank? In All India ranks, so on. So this gives you an idea. Similarly, you have Karnataka. In Karnataka, Vishnu is eligible only for open seats, we said, right? Karnataka open seats, he selects open seats and he selects whatever rank range he is in and selects open category, which is a set of seats, and selects MBBS. Now, all those seats which are under open category will be available over here. Unlike YouTube videos or unlike any other PDFs, you instantly have the data. You will also look at who took the seats, which ranks took those seats. You see that all the Karnataka seats were available above rank 18,000 at the end of round 3. So Vishnu has an option, but he has to take a call because you see that the fee structure is 10,000. You will be able to filter out on what was below 10,000. Let us say, 10 lakhs. You will be able to filter out on everything that is below 10 lakhs, and you will see that there were possibly only 1 or 2 seats that were available. He clears all. So that is only in St. John's, and St. John's is the possibility where it is 7.7 lakhs. Vishnu has to decide. This gives you information of seats across India. Anywhere in India, if there are open seats available, any seats available, that will give you an information. So that will help you, and that is where we are saying look at eligibility. We looked at eligibility, then the possibility, whether it was available in Kerala or Karnataka, then what is the fee structure is what you need to look at. Within, if you take time for 1 day or 2 days in ZyNerd, you will get to understand this. During the counselling, when you are taking decisions where everything went, there will be 1 day when All India counselling results are done. The next few days, 4 different state counselling results will be done. We'll be updating it immediately within a day or 2. You will be able to take decisions instantly if you know this tool, and you will also not miss out any notifications. Now, I am moving, like we said, the webinar special discount is available now. I'll be moving down to the factors for evaluation. Prior to that, quickly we'll run you through this. State government institutes, we wanted to tell you, like we took up the example of Kerala and Karnataka for that. Within Karnataka state government institutes, these are the factors that might be there. We'll take you through all this on the session on possibly Thursday, and we'll tell you which state has which eligibility and what are the different documents that might be required as well. We'll cover it for each state. But usually it is nativity, origin, domicile, or if you have been educated in that institute, or if your parents are employed in that institute, if you're freedom fighters, ex-servicemen, central service personnel, police personnel, single girl child, Jammu and Kashmir immigrant in a particular state, check for that state. If you have been in a backward, if you're in a backward area, even green card candidates, those who have completed BAMS, Ayurveda completed candidates have homeopathy, have seats in Kerala. So irrespective, if you fall under any of these, then try to figure out in your home state or in your resident state, will you be eligible? Any association with any state, don't leave it off. Like some candidates who have hold property in a particular state, like Haryana, they might have or I am a pensioner in Haryana, even though I belong to another state, I might be eligible for an MBBS seat. Don't miss that out. If you are located in a particular state, or you have been working in some state for 3 years, earlier, you are currently working in a state other than your domicile seat, there might be a possibility. Just explore that. Second, state private institutes, they surrender to government quota at a lower fee structure. Usually what happens is they surrender to government quota, either it is a lower fee structure or only that state candidates are eligible for those seats. So that advantage exists, either a fee advantage or these private seats are available only for you, therefore there is a lesser competition. So don't miss out private seats assuming that everything is at around 20 lakhs, 25 lakhs. There are seats available in many states at 3.5 lakhs, 4.5 lakhs, or even at around 1.5 lakhs in some states. Karnataka has it as a very low fee structure if you're from Karnataka state as a domicile, or you fall under any clause from class A to O. Now that is very important, and what is also important is you understand that, or you have guidance from somebody who understands that and helps you out to know every seat across the country. Private seats, other than the government surrendered ones, you have management quota seats, you also have the terms institutional seats, and most importantly, around 15 to 18 states have all India basis open seats. Don't miss that out. If you're at a higher, if you're possibly at around 50,000 plus, don't miss that out. You might get better seat in another institute than your institute. Now, we will look at the factors for evaluation, or so we'll quickly run you through the factors for evaluation and the certificates required. Please hold on. We will also take all your FAQs. We are extending it by another 5 minutes to 10 minutes alone. We'll run this and then we'll take you through the all the Q&As. And if you have time, we will also spend some time on the tool in case you want to know what your closing ranks, etc.
Hi everyone, this is Noel here. So now we look at the factors on evaluating the colleges. Now we looked at what are the set of seats in India and the different quotas. Now you have the set of seats, you have looked at the set of seats, you're creating a choice list. Now how to evaluate the colleges, that's what we will look at. So the first thing is the ranking of the college. Okay, so you can look at NIRF rankings in India, which is NIRF is by the government initiative, but please also understand that NIRF ranking only has a small set of institutes under it. Only about 150 institutes are there. So another way of looking at the rankings is through the cutoff rank. So just like Ashok has said, cutoffs are also a better way of looking at the rankings, and you can take a look at our portal for information on that. And cutoffs not only represent the student's choice, but the student's experience comes from their seniors. So the seniors share their experience with the students, and this influences the decision. So cutoff is actually a practical way of measuring how good the college is. Second thing is how old the college is. Generally, if a college is older, then the college is also better. There is a very positive correlation to this, because as the college exists, there are more patients coming in, there are more experience which is being built up in the college. All this experience gets transferred to the student when they join the college. Next is the academics. So in academics, how good the faculties are, how good the the teaching methodology is, and the clinical experience also matters. So with academics, because there are certain government colleges with very poor academics, and there are private colleges with very good academics. Okay, so if when choosing between these two different types of colleges, this might be a factor that you will have to evaluate. Fourth is the infrastructure. So when we talk about infrastructure, obviously labs come to mind, hostels come to mind, and the buildings come to mind, right? So infrastructure is also very important when you're making a decision, because some colleges will have the latest infrastructure and the hostel facilities might be better. So generally, if you look at it, private colleges, the infrastructure might be slightly better than the government colleges. So this might also be an important decision that you need to keep in mind. Fifth is the recognition. So when it comes to recognition, there are colleges which have problems with recognition. What happens is, because colleges are recognized for a certain period of time, after this period of time, there might be evaluation and NMC might take away this recognition. So some colleges have difficulties getting recognized due to their facilities and other things. So please note that if when you are researching a college, please also look into the recognition of the college. If a college gets their recognition revoked multiple times, then that might be a red flag that you will have to look out for. Sixth is the fee structure. So when Ashok was telling you to look at affordability as a factor when evaluating colleges, affordability is a major thing for candidates. So everyone, when they look at the colleges, they always look at what is the fee structure for the 4 years, right? So generally, government colleges have a low fee structure compared to private colleges, and there are also few government colleges in certain states which have a higher fee structure around 1 lakh. And when it comes to private colleges in states, you will have to be aware of the hidden cost. In certain colleges, there are hidden costs. There will be development fee. So when you're taking a loan, etc., please make sure that you keep this in mind, because when you're taking a loan out, all this cost will add up. So, okay, so keep that in mind. Then the seventh point is the bond. So bond is the service bond after you complete your MBBS course. So after you complete your MBBS course, if you're doing the MBBS course in a government college, then you will be required to serve a bond period. In some states, a bond will be there. You will be asked to sign the bond, but it may not be executed. But in certain states, the bond is mandatory. You will have to serve for a period of time. In case if you're not serving the bond, you will have to pay a penalty. In certain states, this penalty is huge, so you will have to keep this in mind when you're selecting a college. And eighth is the location, language, and hostel. So certain candidates, when they are looking at the colleges, they look at the comfort factor of the colleges. So when you are looking at a college, if you're a person who likes to be in a comfortable place, and then you will have to look at this location and language. Or if you're a person who's like very adaptable, super extroverted, then you can also decide on taking more risks, going out and exploring. Okay, so this is also a factor. And the ninth point is internal PG quota. So a lot of people don't know about this factor. So what is this internal PG quota? So let's say you complete your MBBS in a certain institute. Certain institutes will have a set of seats set aside for their students who studied MBBS in that institute. They'll be able to pursue PG there. So a certain set of seats are set aside for that. So colleges like AIMS, BHU have this option. So take a look at this internal PG quota. The last one is brand value. So when you come to brand value, there are institutes in India like CMC, AIMS Delhi, and other institutes which have a very good brand value. So there is recognition when you go abroad, and also when you go into the working environment, your colleagues, your employers always recognize this brand value. So there might be few even private colleges which have very good brand value. So please keep this in mind. So one thing that I missed about the internal PG quota is, like I said, there are institutes which provide the seats, and also there are counseling. So certain states who have like set of seats set aside for students who did MBBS in that state. Okay, so this is applicable in certain states. So you can also look at this data. We will be doing a separate video on this later on. So all these factors exist, but we also recommend that you get direct feedback from the seniors. So whenever you're evaluating colleges, so you'll be shortlisting the colleges, right? As much as possible, try to get in touch with the seniors in that college to get direct feedback from them. Next, we'll go to certificates required. So we'll go through this quickly. So this is as per the MCC notice and the information bulletin that are given in our information bulletin for the last year. We'll go through this. So there should be original documents along with attested copies. Allotment letter, you can, so we have this on the screen. You can take a screenshot of this and you can also refer this later. Allotment letter issued by MCC, admit card for the exam. So this admit card is the NEET exam admit card. Result rank letter, which is given by the NTA. This is the scorecard. Date of birth, 10th class certificate, 12th class certificate, 12th mark sheet. You'll need 8 passport size photo, proof of identity, preferably the Aadhaar, or if you don't have the Aadhaar with you, then PAN card, driving card, or passport will also be accepted. For NRI candidates, you will have to take your NRI documents. We are doing a separate webinar on this, so please sign up for that. And for NRI document, there are a set of documents that are required for the NRI. You'll have to go through that. There are 3-4 documents that are required. Make sure that you get them ready right now. For OCI and PAO foreign national candidates, citizenship certificate is required or card number documents are mandatory. Candidates should also bring the following certificates. If you are a candidate who is applying for reservation, then you have to get your category certificate, SC, ST, OBC, EWS, PWD certificates, or any other certificate that might be required. So if you're a candidate who's taking up the deemed NRI, the deemed minority seats, or the ESIC ward quota or AMU internal quota, these are different set of quota which are special reservation, and these set of seats will need special documents that are to be submitted. State and institute specific certificates. So certain states or certain institute might ask for separate set of documents that might be required. So whenever you are also, so after your allotment is done, you have a college, you can also look at the set of documents. So if you already have a choice list ready, you can also go through these colleges. You can go through these colleges and look at the joining documents for last year. If you have, we also have a pro Telegram group for subscribers. So in case you want any doubt, if you want any queries to be clarified regarding what documents are required, please drop a message in our pro group. We will answer you right away. And so we have looked at the MCC certificates. Next is the state certificates. So different there are, so like Ashok said, there is MCC All India Counselling, then there are multiple state counselings. So certain candidates will attend multiple counseling, so you'll have to keep this in mind. So individual state-wise documents, so this is not in particular to any state, so this is a general set of documents. So certain states will ask for a gap certificate. So if you're a candidate who's taken a few years off for your preparation for NEET, you might have to give this gap certificate depending on the state, and certificate towards nativity, residency, domicile, depending on the quota that you are applying for. This is also required. Education and parents' employment criteria. So if you're taking up a seat, a seat in a quota which requires your parents to be employed in a particular state. For example, if you're getting the defense quota seats, then the eligibility is based on a parent's employment. Okay, so this is also you'll have to keep in mind. State category, community and minority certificate. So if so particular for that state. So let's say you are a candidate in Karnataka and you're applying for the reservation, then you will have to get the certificate from Karnataka to apply for this reservation in the state. Okay, and community certificate and minority certificates is also required for their respective quotas. Special reservation certificate. So there are multiple special reservations. So NCC, ex-defense and all special reservation. So if you are a candidate who this is applicable to, you will know this. So do prior research on what certificates are required for that particular state, for that particular quota. And NRI certificates for state eligibility. So NRI certificates we already saw for MCC, All India. We are repeating this here again because certain states will have different eligibility criteria for NRI. So if you're an NRI in a different state, then you will have to produce a different set of documents. That might be minor changes. So please go through the state prospectus. If you have doubts, please reach out to us. We'll be able to help you figure out what these certificates are. Then migration certificate in certain states after completing 12. So if you're from a different state and you're taking admission in a different state, then they might ask for a migration certificate. Then again, this is dependent on the state counseling. Okay, so this is the complete set of documents that that we have told you. And one thing that you need to keep in mind is, so certain documents that I've told you will take time to get ready. Okay, so the counseling is going to come very soon, and you won't, because with all this chaos, you will not have time to get ready. So if the counseling is coming on time as as scheduled, then you will not have time. So right away, start preparation on getting these certificates ready, because once you have the certificates ready, then you can confidently apply for the counseling from the first round onward, so you won't miss out on anything. Okay, so this completes the factors and the certificates for MCC, All India and state certificates. So if you have any other queries, we have put out our links on the chat for our Telegram and WhatsApp community. And for the subscribers, we have a pro Telegram group. You can reach out to us and we will be able to send you the link. So we'll move on to the next section. Please hold on a minute.
So what we have gone through is in detail on what is to be done till the end of the counseling. Two major things that we said. One, look at eligibility, possibility and affordability. Decide on a set of seats. These are what is possible and which counselings I need to look for. That is a big exercise. Unlike, you will not be able to register for many counselings after the deadline passes. Even if you come to know later that you might have got a better seat, some counselings alone allow registration beyond round 1. So that is one issue that you will face. And the second issue that you will face is, in case you have certificates, in case you need a particular certificate for a counseling and you don't have that certificate, then you will be stuck at a scenario where you will be able to have to run around for those certificates. So those are the two important things. Find out what are the seats that are available in your rank range as early as possible, and then get your certificates for that counseling ready. You'll be running sessions on the certificates that are required, but finding out the seats, you will have to see based on whatever information is available either in ZyNerd or outside. One important thing is, there'll be a lot of the queries that you see currently is on one thing. I am this rank, will I get these seats? So now note that there is a, like, let us say there has been a query on, I am at rank 75,000, 80,000 or 2 lakhs, 2,50,000. Will I get a government seat in a medical college in my state? It is extremely difficult. You might have had actually an earlier expectation of a higher rank, better rank. But right now, that might have come down, but it is unfortunate. But we will have to accept the fact that, one, that is not possible now, and then move on to look at what is possible. Second, I am at this rank. I know that I will get this seat. Does it end there, or will your curiosity is what matters, or the curiosity to get a seat is what matters? No, it is the process of how to approach the entire counseling. It is not about what all are possible, but ensuring that you have everything to get what all are possible, or even better than that, because you manage the entire counseling better. Round-wise rules are important. When to free exit, when to ensure that you join a seat and hold on to the seat and move on and upgrade. What happens if you exit from a particular counseling? Those are that matter. What you're doing is a preparation towards the counseling, getting your certificates, getting your possibilities. Your curiosity will die the day round 1 results come in. After round 1 results, you have to take decisions on whether you're going to join that seat or a state seat, or which institute you're going for, which counseling you're going for, private institutes, government institutes, or is there a possibility of me going till the last round, sway around, etc. for a government institute instead of a private institute, saving me 50 lakhs. Those are the calls that you need to take. Till July first week only, you will be looking at, will I get this for this? So don't go by that. Go by the proper process of what you need to achieve is what we would suggest. We'll take you through the process of counselings, like All India counselling, every state counselling, who conducts the counselling, and what are the different steps in the counselling. Notification comes in, registration happens. Will you go with your documents to a particular place, or will you upload online? That differs state-wise, that differs for All India counselling. Round-wise rules differs for every counselling. We'll take you through every part through our webinars as we move forward. This week's webinar will give you an overall idea, but each state will have a YouTube session for the subscribers where you will have a complete idea of the entire process of counseling. We'll take you through the sequence of counselings, what happens when we upgrade, etc. And then we will also ensure that you get the best seat that you deserve. You don't make any mistakes during the counseling process. You have as much information as possible, like we update every allotment, every closing rank during the process. To ensure that you get to know the trends, we also have an allotment mapping tool where you will get to know where your competitors are. My rank is this, 10 ranks above, wherever they are, whatever they have done across India, in case they have been allotted somewhere, joined somewhere, we'll try to bring that information for you to take the right decision to decide on which counselings to move on to. How do I get my best seat? You have any queries on how to address to be addressed, join our Telegram group. Telegram, not many of you are there. The entire coaching and entire set of information is available on Telegram. It is easy to access. It is similar to WhatsApp. and it is private as well. Your number will not be shared with anyone, and it is complete privacy. You can select your privacy, unlike in WhatsApp groups where you will not be able to do that. So join our Telegram group. We'll be answering all queries. You can also call us up in case you have any queries regarding the process or in terms of subscriptions, etc. So till 23rd, it is available only at a price of only $499 effectively after you apply the code. You can apply the code and then you will be able to get a complete subscription at $499, what we would offer at a higher price later. So it will be available at 2499 from June 23rd. Make use of that. You can always call us for any queries. Thanks a lot. We'll still continue to support you with webinars. Thank you.